today's journey we leave Lightning Ridge and we head north. We cross the Queensland border. Woohoo! Continuing north through Dirranbandi. We change maps now to Queensland. So where are we? Here. So I've come up here up to St George. Then we head along the Moonee Highway, where we probably stop halfway between St George and Moonee at a place called Westmar.
Oh well, we left Lightning Ridge this morning. We got up early, left Lightning Ridge at 8 o'clock and made it into Dirranbandi at about 8:45. So made pretty good time. They had a nice little town. Looks like it's originally was settled on the railway. We've got a lot of signage about the rail and the river. Nice little rest stop here. Just taking Bentley for a walk. Let Shelby have a play on the play equipment and use the facilities. And then we'll head on to wherever.
Alright, we're leaving Westmar and continuing along the Moonee Highway through Moonee and stopping at Dalby. Welcome to Bowenville Reserve, everyone. So come along and check it out. It's a beautiful free camp between Dalby and Toowoomba, and it's absolutely massive. So we've got some video footage we'll add in here, and it's just been sitting back and relaxing. There's a creek where you can kayak. There is ropes you can swing out and jump off into the creek, and it's just been absolutely beautiful. It is summer here and it is still very cold at night, which hasn't, luckily we're prepared for cool nights. But anyway, come check out Bowenville. So here at Bowenville Reserve, it is free camping, yes, 2 hours from Brisbane, and the maximum is 7 nights. So that's pretty easy. There is flushing toilets provided as well. And for the kids, there even is a playground.
Well, this is me for today. I've just paddled about 1.4 k's upriver from where we're camping. Well, I shouldn't say upriver. I should say up creek. I'm pretty sure it's called the Oakey Creek. Just between Dalby and Toowoomba. So this is my day. I'm just going to float back down the river and throw some lures around and see how lucky I get. What a view. I don't know how much luck I'll have, but I suppose that's why they call it fishing. But the peace and quiet is awesome. Oh well, this is me floating down the creek. I've just about run out of lures. Haven't lost any. Just trying every single one in my tackle box. Just have not even had a touch yet. But I'm not too stressed about that because it's a beautiful day here, just floating down the creek in the kayak. No noise, no the birds, the cicadas.
Alright, so this episode has been all over the place. It's bits and pieces here and there and jumping forwards in places we haven't covered. So in a nutshell, if you can't gather what it was, we left Lightning Ridge and from there we went through to St George. Now we have considered thinking of staying at St George, but we got carried away by mozzies at 10 o'clock. Was it 10 o'clock we arrived in St George?
10 o'clock, full sunlight, out in the open.
We had, and that was the other thing, we got packed up and got in and left early from Lightning Ridge because we wanted to beat the heat of the day. But then because we went from New South Wales Daylight Savings Time to Queensland non-daylight savings time,
And we forgot about that.
we gained a whole hour. So we twiddled our thumbs for a while getting attacked by mozzies, and in the end we decided, and then it was quite, how many hundred Ks was it more?
To
Westmar.
Oh, Westmar was only about not quite 100 kilometres.
Was it?
Yeah,
I thought it was further than that. But yeah, so
It was about an hour drive.
so it ended up being one of our bigger days driving, but we decided to pass on St George and we went through to a free camp behind, it's called a road, it's a roadhouse, so it's a pub, it's a petrol station, it's a general store, it's a takeaway shop, and we were the only ones there. There was nothing wrong with the place.
No, it was a nice little stop actually.
And there was like a truck rest area across the road, which the next morning when we got up there was what, 2 or 3 camped over there with the trucks.
Yeah, there was quite a few people camped there. Obviously they didn't read the signs to go across the road to the free camping away from where the trucks parked.
But there was, over there was showers and toilets.
Yeah, hot showers too.
Hot showers.
Yeah.
So we did walk over there to use the toilets because we couldn't find the toilets where we were. But we're self-sufficient, so. But if there's a toilet provided, we'll use it.
It's only number 2s that we're going to go find another toilet because someone won't let me use the inside toilet for number 2s.
And then from Westmar we went through to Dalby, which we then stayed with friends there. And then from there we then went, our shortest day I think it was, or was our...
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because
it was shorter than Cape it to Gunnedah.
It was only like 40 kilometres down the road, if that, I think.
Yeah, so then it would have been one of our shortest days. Our other shortest day was Cape it to Gunnedah.
Yeah.
And we found a free camp reserve called Bowenville Reserve, which is most of this episode. And we enjoyed 3 days there before we got the okay to head on through to Yatla and get our awning fixed.
Yep.
Anything along the way?
If you, as you'll probably see through the episode, Bowenville's well worth the stop if you're thinking about it. It's a beautiful spot.
Very popular.
Would have been even better if there was fish in the river other than carp. But yeah, it was good to get the kayak out and go for a paddle. But yeah, we were happy we stayed, and it's 100% free.
Yep.
There's no showers there, but there's toilets.
There's flushing toilets.
And they're well maintained and fairly clean.
Yeah, they cleaned them while we were there.
And yeah, like
You're 2 hours from Brisbane.
there was.
But from what I can work out, it's currently flooded or just being through the floods.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it's going to be like after the floods.
It's one of those places where you felt like you were in a caravan park. There was that many people there.
There was. But actually, that's where we had we got told that
we were too young.
No, what was the comment? We're out of place. A lady came up to me and goes, "You're out of place here." And I am like, why's that? Why? I'm thinking, oh gosh. And she's like, oh, you're too young. So obviously they haven't seen any family nomads on the road. But by the sound of it, a lot of people are returning people. People know about it and they keep going and visiting there from different conversations we had with different ones. But even though you're beside the creek, you aren't at the creek level though. It is all the camping areas raised up away from the creek. So if it did start to come up, you would still have to pack up and get out, because you've got to go across the causeway to get in.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing.
And then we went from there.
That's it. That's all this episode.
Yeah.
Alright, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Please.
It's free. All you need is an email address to do it.
Please subscribe.
You can give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this episode, which is all over the place, so sorry guys. We just lack of filming and just being in the moment.
Enjoying ourselves too much.
And the other thing is, you are more than welcome to leave a comment or ask questions down below.